welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Marcia, and this is Sasha, and this is Paget, and this is my 55 plus life. So it has been a minute since I did a video, and a lot has happened. I am mostly done with the van. I need to do some finishing touches and a little bit of paint. And then I'm going to do a full walkthrough so you guys can see the finished product. But meanwhile, I have taken a little trip back to Suquamish, where I used to live. That was not in the van, that was in my Rogue. I went over to do some pet sitting with Lenny. So I'm going to give a little look-see at that. I actually didn't take a lot of video while I was there because I was just busy. I was working my full-time job plus caring for the dogs and chickens. But it was a good time. So I'm going to throw a little something together for you here to show you that. And then last weekend I actually took the van out for the first time. So I'll give you a little sneak peek at that. And then, like I said, the next video after this one is going to be a full walkthrough of the completed van. So if that's what you're interested in, stay tuned for that. It's coming soon. But meanwhile, I thought I would share my two little road trips with you here. And yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing this. So the purpose of the Suquamish trip was so that I could do some dog sitting for Lenny up there on top of the couch. And anybody who knows me remembers me watching both Lenny and his brother Mo. And this is their property. I've always loved going up there. It's a beautiful piece of property, and there's a trail that goes through the woods there that you see. So we would go out for daily walks on that trail. The girls were so cute just following behind me. And I was also caring for their chickens. As you can see, they have a whole group of them. And that's actually why there's not a whole lot of video from the trip, because I was busy. I was busy watching dogs and chickens and of course working my full-time job. So the girls would just kind of lay in their beds there next to me while I worked all day. And we would go outside and get a little bit of sunshine during our work breaks, which was nice. Did get a little cloudy and overcast towards the end of the week, but it was still a lovely trip. And we got to see our pack, Pepper, Jack, and Mac, which was just great. They used to live right next door to us in Suquamish, and we had a hole in the fence so they could come and go. And it used to make me laugh that Jack, the whole family could be home and Jack would still come over and hang out with us. So it was great to see them. And Lenny had so much fun playing with them, which was good to get energy out, of course. So yeah, it was a fun doggy extravaganza. And then we did one last walk at North Kitsap Heritage Park before we headed back home. So yeah, that was the Suquamish trip. It was great. I enjoyed it. And then it was back to the van. Today I am working on the van once again, and I'm kind of at a standstill with the interior because I need a second set of hands to do the ceiling panel. So I'm moving forward and I'm starting to build the base frame for the bed. So that's what I've got going on over here. I picked myself up this handy dandy miter saw. Super impressed with it so far. I did listen to some reviews on YouTube, of course. And yeah, it has really good reviews and everybody's been happy with it thus far. And it was literally the same price as renting one for 2 days would have been. So yeah, went ahead and made this purchase, and as you can see, I'm doing some 45-degree angle cuts and I'm going to build my bed. So stay tuned. So here are my 3 frames ready to be glued. And honestly, I'm debating on how I'm going to do that. I believe I will glue them. And then I believe I'm going to go ahead and glue them and then possibly also drive a nail through. So yeah, like I said, I actually ended up gluing them and then doing a screw through them. And then I got back to the ceiling panel, and this is what I did, you guys. I figured it out, okay? I got in there and did what I needed to do. I used my bike repair stand, and I built all of that scaffolding, if you want to call it, bracing, and did the glue and then got the panel up there, and it held. So then I went ahead and put the bed in there, as you can see, and started getting stuff in there so that I could take it out for the inaugural camping trip. And this was kind of a shakedown too, as you call it, you know, to see what you need to do differently, what was good. And yeah, driving, there was no vibration, nothing fell. It was awesome. The camping trip itself was fun. We had to get the sleeping situation figured out. The girls needed a little more space than I wanted them to have. But yeah, we worked it out, and I got some good sleep the second night that we were out there, even though that was the night that the thunderstorm hit. So yeah, we were at Lake Wenatchee, which is just outside of Leavenworth, Washington. and it was a beautiful, relaxing trip, and the van did great. So, yeah, a 10 out of 10 on this camping trip. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. The Suquamish trip was a great time, and it was so good to hang out with Lenny again. And Paget did really well. I was concerned about her for kind of the first trip and just, a new dog. She did great. She was terrified of Pepper, Jack, and Mac, and even Hannah, which broke my heart. But we're working on it, and I'm calling this the summer of Paget because I'm going to get Paget out to experience so many things so that hopefully by the end of the summer of Paget she will be a little more open to other people and be a little more relaxed of a dog. So that's the plan for this summer. Meanwhile, this past week I did get in there and I painted the bed and, did those last few little things that kind of came up on the camping trip, and there was really only a few, which was great. So I'm almost ready to do a final kind of walkthrough and view of the van. So that will be the next video. Stand by and come on back and take a look at the finished van. Until then, thank you for watching and have a great day.